Kristy and Desmond Scott announcing they're getting a divorce after 11 years of marriage. They've been knowing each other for quite some time since they was young teenagers, and now the social media influenced couple decided to part ways. We get to the latest on what's going on between Desmond and Chrissy on the next edition of Vow. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Vow. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on Vow. We talk about Christy and Desmond Scott announcing after 11 years they're getting a divorce. But before we get to that, first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Vow or here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Here on Vow, we talk about Desmond and Christy Scott announcing their divorce. They are this social media couple that be all over social media, and now they officially led us to follow their lives, and now they're officially getting divorced. Let's hear the latest on what's going on with our own Bob Evans.
This is Bob Evans with your viral update. Kristy and Desmond Scott have officially announced their divorce, bringing an end to a relationship that many fans believed would last forever. After years together in the public eye, the couple confirmed they are going their separate ways, asking for privacy as they navigate this next chapter. While rumors have already started circulating online, both Kristy and Desmond have remained measured in their statements, choosing respect over drama. Fans flooded social media with reactions, some expressing heartbreak, others offering support, showing just how closely this relationship was followed. At Viral, we separate fact from speculation, focusing on what's been confirmed and what comes next, without adding fuel to the fire. As this story continues to develop, one thing is clear. Even public love stories can have private endings. This is Bob Evans. Stay locked into Viral.
Thank you, Bob, for that informative, information. This came out of nowhere. I barely didn't know who they were, but I kind of know now since they've been on my radar now who they are. Well, you see them here and there with glimpses and stuff, but you don't know. But we hear that Desmond made this official post about his divorce. That's what he had said, trying to say he admitted fault that he probably was out there cheating on Chrissy. We hear the saying too with Chrissy with her post, she hasn't said nothing yet, so we just only heard from Desmond. But I mean, Chrissy, the only thing she said right now is that she's keeping the house. So they just recently brought together, so that kind of shows everything. Let's hear what you people had to say. You people had a lot to say on what people say about the Scots getting a divorce.
I don't know who has or hasn't already seen the news, but apparently Kristy Scott has filed for divorce because allegedly Desmond has cheated. I just saw this article on TMZ and they said that Kristy has officially filed for divorce. She got the court documents. She listed the fact that Desmond had cheated on her and said that it had completely wiped out any reasonable chance of reconciliation. Whether you follow them or not, if you're on TikTok, it's likely you've seen their videos. And if you don't know who they are, but you're like, why do they look so familiar? This might help you out because anytime she'd post a video trying to shock him with whatever it was she was doing, this would always be his reaction. What makes the situation even more sad, besides the fact that they were married, they have 2 kids, and their kids are really young, but they met at 14 years old. I will say this, going through a divorce when you have kids is incredibly hard, especially when you've been together for that long. Having to go through this publicly, I can only imagine how she's feeling, but I hope she's aware that once she gets through the pain, because she will get through the pain, she is going to be more than okay. At the end of the day, there's only one loser in this situation in more ways than one, and I don't even think I need to say who that is.
Due to social media harassment, Desmond has come out to explain why him and his wife are getting a divorce and if he cheated. And that has some on social media even more mad. Quickly to jog your memory, they're the famous Instagram/TikTok couple where she'll dress up as characters to scare him in the house. He admits the truth is things were not peachy and rosy in their relationship, that they faced challenges and that they were trying to work through them until he couldn't do it no more and he asked for a separation towards the end of 2025. It seems like she wasn't going for it, but then he ended up doing something that finally led to them agreeing on getting a divorce. Now, people on social media are mad at him saying that why would he ever ask his wife to separate? that she looks like a great woman, that she does so much things. Why would he want to leave her? I keep telling y'all, stop with these couple goals with celebrities, bro. Just because people record a happy moment don't mean that they living happy lives when the camera's off. Some people are even accusing that the reason that the separation didn't happen was because they were trying to keep up social media appearances to keep on making money as a couple. You guys not find it weird that you're trying to force a couple to stay together so that you guys can continue seeing content? Do you not find that very parasocial? What do you guys feel about the situation? Some people are saying that he still should have never cheated even if he wanted to be separated. Some people are saying that, how do we know that he cheated? How do we know that the thing that caused the relationship to go downhill wasn't something that she did or she cheated?
Reason number 9,222 to never compare yourself or try to be any of these couples you see online. Nobody's couple goals. I'm sure you guys have seen their cooking videos, their prank videos, or they're getting a divorce. And why? Apparently he cheated on her. I would have loved to know who's gonna get the house. Ooh, I know she's a real money maker, so she probably gonna get the house. They said another social media love story has officially crashed and burned. The Scotts are done with Kristy filing for divorce from estranged husband Desmond Scott. TMZ obtained the court docs out of Harris County, Texas, in which Kristy cited alleged infidelity as the reason she sought the split, saying it completely wipes out any reasonable chance of reconciliation. The paperwork says the couple will soon stop living together as husband and wife. See, I'm really trying to figure out who will get that house. They met at 14 and then tied the knot years later in 2014 and share sons, Vance, and Weston. Oh, the babies. The split will likely blindside fans. I don't be surprised about nobody breaking up no more, child. And I'm not even a fan of public content, but that's neither here nor there. Since the two built their brand on joint content packed with family chaos, design and renovation projects, and prank videos. Again, stop glamorizing these couples. Please, please, please. For 2026, no more hashtag couple goals, no.
I like to stay out of grown folks' business because that's y'all business. But I was just on Facebook and TMZ talking about Kristy and Desmond getting divorced because of infidelity. She filed for divorce because of infidelity. I don't idolize anybody's relationship, right? I admire people in their relationships and what they share and how beautiful it is and how amazing it seems. I don't put anything past anyone though. But this one, I remember reading, I think it was a thread, or even hearing someone on TikTok talk about how a man will be a man and any man will take the opportunity to embarrass a woman. I don't know their situation, but I hate this for them. I hate this for her. Damn, man, like, you know, you have hope for people, you know what I'm saying? Even though I don't know them from a can of paint, right? But you have hope, you know, and you admire from afar. Like, that's all I could do was admire. But I understand Oprah more and more every day. I understand her name is escaping me and I hate it. Cheryl Lee Ralph. I understand their dynamic. I understand it. I understand it. And, you know, I won't indulge in anyone's heartbreak because I can only imagine that it's heartbreaking because they've been together since they were 14. So, damn. That's just, it's really sad. It's really, really sad, but it puts more into perspective that you cannot put anything past anyone. Everyone is capable of doing something that is not going to be deemed likable or fair or just, or, you know, just, damn.
Y'all, so I just seen on my For You page that Desmond and Kristy's getting a divorce. Mind y'all, I was just scrolling on TikTok and I'm just like, hold on. Mind you, I seen it from TMZ first, but then I was like, you know what, I got to do a little bit of a dig for real because I don't trust nothing from TMZ. But I seen on Kristy's repost like 2 days ago, she was like, when your intuition is never wrong, this and that. And I was just like, oh shit, hopefully this is not true. But like, I don't know what to believe. Like, they didn't come out and say nothing yet, but like, they were saying that it was filed in Texas or whatever, and it was an infidelity on Desmond or whatever. I guess Desmond allegedly cheated. I don't know. But, like, This shit is crazy to me because, mind you, they was just posting funny videos a couple days ago. So I'm just like, how the fuck, when the fuck did things go wrong, you know? And it's like, that's why you can't look on social media and base that off of real life. You feel me? Like, you can't be like, oh, my relationships look like theirs, because you never know what's going on behind the scenes. And it's just like, I feel bad for Kristy if that is true. Hopefully it's not true, but like, damn, like, I'm praying for the girl, because like, they was together since like 14. You know what I mean? Like high school, they was high school sweethearts. So the fact that they've been together from like 14 until now, it's almost been like 2 decades, I think. They got 2 kids together and they just built a house together. Like, this shit is crazy as fuck, like for real.
So Desmond Scott is speaking out in response to the news that broke yesterday that his wife, Kristy, was filing for divorce for alleged infidelity. He took to his Instagram story to share a couple words. Let me go ahead and read you what he wrote. He says, "I want to begin by apologizing to Kristy, our family, and everyone who has been impacted by the public attention surrounding this situation. I know this news has been disappointing for many, and I'm truly sorry for the hurt it has caused. Kristy is the mother of my children, and that will always come first. I remain fully committed to being an active, present, and loving parent to our boys, as I've always been. Kristy and I faced challenges and made sincere efforts to work through them. Towards the end of 2025, I wanted to separate, and I had conversations with Kristy regarding this. During this period, I made choices that I'm not proud of. I took responsibility for those actions. I shared this with her directly and personally, and ultimately we decided to divorce. I asked for privacy and compassion as we navigate this difficult chapter of our lives. Thank you to everyone who has supported us over the years. I'm grateful for that support and will continue sharing my love for cooking and the things that inspire me. I hope you'll continue that journey with me." Oof. Honestly, y'all, any divorce is sad, and they just celebrated their 10-year anniversary last year, so they've been together for a while. Not to mention they have children, and they've shared so much of their life over the years. I've seen so many people on here saying they've been following them since they were in like middle school. I'm like, wow. Like, I just knew about them recently with TikTok, but just in general, like, they've been doing this for a while, and they've been together for a while. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that Kristy's going to release a statement at some point as well. That's kind of how this usually goes. But like I said, it's just sad they have children together, and this is so public, and that just must be a lot for a family in general. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, and make sure to follow me for more pop culture content.
Yeah, people had a lot to say. Even you're putting the blame on Desmond more than Chrissy. And I guess Desmond stepped out of his marriage and he paid for it. You know, they dated young and got married young. So it's, stuff like that when people are getting married and stuff, when they start out and then they grow apart from each other. So that happens. So we're kind of playing by teeth. But this is very interesting. Social media influencing couples just announce they're getting a divorce and then making themselves look celebrities. But hey, it is what it is. Thank you all for watching this edition of Viral. We talked about Desmond and Chrissy getting a divorce. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long. We'll see you next time for another edition of Viral.